Welcome back to my video. So this week we're talking about Ready to Love Potomac. This is the fourth episode and it's called Party Crashers, and Tommy meets with the men in a gentleman's lounge because this week the men have the ability to eliminate one of the women. And Tommy talks about a party crasher because he's going to bring in two new singles to see if it's going to test the connections that they already have with some of the other ladies. And Tommy said that a lot of the women are hesitant to have a connection with Wiley because of his age. Wiley is 32 years old. And so Tommy is going to bring in a single that's closer to Wiley's age. And we're going to end up seeing them on a blind date a little later. And the new single, she is 31 years old. Her name is Tina, and she's an esthetician. So you're going to see that in the next scene, that they're going to have their first blind date. So Tommy asked Wiley, can he handle that? And Wiley said, I can do more than handle that. So he's a little confident. That's why they're laughing in this scene. And we're going to see how their blind date goes. So this is Tina. She's walking in for her blind date with Wiley. And she says that she is a single mother and her last relationship was very toxic and she didn't really want to get into any details with Wiley. And Wiley was very impressed with her. He thought that she was very pretty. He was attracted to her, and he said that she wore his favorite color, which is green. And he said, I was feeling real green today when I came to meet you. So it was a little cute back and forth. And they end up exchanging numbers after their first blind date. So Wiley and Tina, this is their scene on their blind date. And they seem like they really had a good first blind date. Wiley said that it was great energy and they really laughed and connected. So we'll see where this connection goes later in the show. So this is the second blind date. This is Donovan. He is 42. He's a realtor. And he said that he's from California and that he pretty much was raised with all women. And he said that his grandmother taught him to be kind and patient when loving someone. So we'll see how the ladies like him as a new person that's added onto the show. So Precious and Donovan meet. Precious was very attracted to Donovan. She was let him know that she was all hot and ready, and she's been celibate for 6 months and just going on and on. But honestly, Donovan wasn't attracted to that. He said that he wanted, a more serious connection, and he wanted to be with someone that was more in tune with, like, I guess, marriage and having something that was long term and something that was stable. So Precious was a little thirsty on this scene. So she said that at the end she ended up saying that Donovan wasn't picking up what she was putting down. So it was a little funny, but he was respectful. He still, talked to her, but overall he wasn't interested in her at all. So in this scene, Laverne has a date with Joy, and he said that she's into pottery, and that's why he picked this date for them, so it could be something fun where they can just have a one-on-one time. And he asked Joy, like, what was she looking for? And she pretty much said she's looking for happiness and a best friend, someone to have fun with, someone to laugh with. And Joy said she's just trying to live up to her name. So I enjoyed their date together. And Joy asked him, like, what was one of the things that no one knows about him. And he pretty much said it was that he hasn't really had a real relationship, like a traditional relationship. It's only been dating and things of that nature. So She said, well, do you feel like he was guarded? And he said, yes, he definitely felt like he was guarded. Laverne said that he really enjoyed the date with Joy and that she allows him to kind of let go and let things flow. So he enjoys being around her. So that's a good thing. And he said he's interested to see where this connection will go between them. So they had a good date. They seemed like they both had fun. They both enjoyed each other's energy. They went back and forth as far as, having little sexual comments here and there. So this next scene, we have Demetrius and AP. They're having a one-on-one date because Demetrius is trying to, you know, have more conversation with AP. He said he really hasn't had that time to. So AP pretty much was talking about her husband and how she feel like she can be affectionate with the right person, but it just took a lot of time for her to heal. And she says she's ready to love. But at the end of the day, Demetrius pretty much said that he felt like it wasn't really a sexual or romantic connection, anything that's outside of a friendship. So I honestly don't think that AP has any connections with any of the guys. So it's going to be interesting to see, for elimination, which way they're going to go with that. For this next scene, we see the guys arriving to the house for the pool party that they're going to have. And this is the chef, and it's Clifton and Paul. And the chef said pretty much that he wanted them to get out the kitchen. He's going to handle this. This is his element. This is what he enjoyed doing. So the guys arrive first, and then they're sitting around waiting and talking and trying to see, where the other guys are and where their head is as far as what they're going to experience today. So in this scene, we see the guys waiting on Tommy and everyone to get there. So they're sitting in the backyard just talking. So that's Clifton, Demetrius, Tori, and I feel like Wiley was sitting out there with them too. And then it's just a back shot of them sitting out there talking. And you can see a sailboat like at the distance. That's actually Tommy coming up on the sailboat doing the most. And then you're going to end up seeing Tommy get off the sailboat so he can come and greet the guys. I was just amazed to see him with like this whole like turtleneck and long sleeve shirt on top of the long sleeve blazer on top of the turtleneck. Just a lot going on. Look like it's hot and he just all covered up, but nonetheless, this next scene right here, you see they have like a live band that's playing music for them when they first get there. And this is when the ladies start to walk in. The woman that's here in the front, that's the new girl that was added. Her name is Tina. And then you can also see Sabrina. And I think that's Ace in the far back. And the guys had their mouth like wide open. They were so happy. They was just blushing and just smiling. They was happy to see the ladies in their bikinis and with all the skin showing, honey, all the melanin glistening. So this scene is sped up just a little, but it's Tommy talking to the guys right before you see the ladies come in, and they're going to have like these big smiles on their faces. They're going to be so happy to see the ladies. And I feel like this pool party is going to give them time to have one-on-one connections, one-on-one conversations. So hopefully they can further their connections with everyone, and hopefully Donovan and Tina can make further connections with some of the other people that they haven't met since they went on blind dates. The last time that they met with people, it was just one-on-one. So I think it's going to be a good time for the pool party. And we're going to test these connections. Hopefully it won't be too much of a party crasher. So this scene here, you see Donovan talking to Dakia, and Donovan was very intrigued by Dakia. He thought she was very mature. He liked her personality. So he felt like it was a connection between them. So Dakia has two guys that like, I think two or three, because I'm not sure if Clifton still likes her. But so far it's the guy that's the chef. I think his name is Chris. Donovan, which is in this scene, and Clifton. So she's doing pretty good. I think it's because she's, more laid back, and they like her personality. Like, she's not doing a lot. She's just being herself. She's been genuine. So this next scene, we see Paul and Tina. And Tina actually lets Paul know that she's really attracted to older guys. So she's 31, and I think Paul is like 42, 43. So I don't know what time he was talking about, oh, I'm going to get someone that's closer to your age, Wiley, but she still likes older men. So how is that going to benefit Wiley? I don't know if Tommy realized that, but we'll see what happens there. Tina was feeling Paul, and they exchanged numbers, and he said he wanted to take her on a date soon, and she said yes. So we'll see where this connection goes. In this scene, you see the chef and Dakia, and he's in there cooking and chopping and doing stuff, and him and Dakia are having a conversation. He said it pretty much was fireworks like the first time that they met, and she was the one that actually met him for his first blind date. So he really likes her. He's attracted to her. He likes her personality. He feels like it's a connection. And then in a moment, Carmen is going to come in and kind of interrupt what Dakia and the chef were talking about. So Dakia dismissed herself and was like, oh, well, just come find me later. So she left. This is Tori and Ace, and Tori said that he really is interested in Ace, and he did like a freestyle, like poetry. I guess he was reciting some poetry that he just made up, he said just now. So Tori, out of all the ladies, he says that he likes Ace and Sabrina the most. So, and he also actually brought Sabrina cupcakes. So I thought that was a thoughtful gift. And then Demetrius and Precious are talking one-on-one, because Demetrius pulled her to the side and was like, oh, what's going on with you? And why are you acting this way? I guess she had a couple drinks or whatnot. And she just said that that's just her personality, and she shouldn't have to tone it down. So I don't know if Precious realizes that a lot of the guys aren't feeling her personality, because she is so over the top, and that maybe she needs to just calm down just a little. But if that's her personality, I guess accept me for who I am. And then Demetrius and Sabrina are talking. Sabrina said she was actually very surprised that Demetrius pulled her to the side, because usually she has to go find him. So they had a conversation, and Demetrius said he's really still interested in Sabrina. So we'll see where things go with them. Oh, also, I forgot to add that when Sabrina and Tori had their one-on-one time and he bought her the cupcakes, when he picked her up, he grabbed her and picked her up, and like she straddled him and everything. I was like, okay, y'all got a little sexual chemistry going on here. Okay, so this is the last pretty much like one-on-one time that we're going to talk about, and this was Clifton and Joy, and they always just, smiles and giggles every time they're around each other. Him and Joy was playing around and touching each other and playing tag and all this. So they're always really cute together. And Joy has a little sexual energy about her too. Like, she has little hints that she says, and Clifton will say something back. So I think like this is for the grown and sexy this season. They're not ashamed. They're not afraid to say that, they're interested, or that they're wed, or whatever, all this other stuff they be talking about, honey, on camera. So this last scene is when one of the guys is supposed to like stand up in front of everybody, which they chose Demetrius to deliver the news as far as who's going to be eliminated. And he asked not Ace, AP to step forward. That's AP talking in her confessional. And then he's also going to ask Precious to step forward. And Precious was surprised. She was like, I know I'm not about to go home. But yeah, I don't think this is one of her best episodes. So I think it's going to be AP that goes home, but we'll see. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe and share with your family and friends. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.